All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. And today we have is this the first revolver? I believe this is the first revolver on the channel to get a full review. And it is a Taurus 856 in 38 Special. Now this one has it's either tungsten or titanium. I'm not sure which one it is. Cerakote finish on it. But as you can see, it is a 3-inch 38 Special revolver. It is 6-shot. It has these beautiful wood grips on it. Guys, let me just say a little something about Taurus. I've had Taurus. I have a Taurus PT100 that my father's had since, let's see, I left for the Army in 92. I think he bought it then. So it's 32 years old in 40 cal. And that's a good gun. I've had, I don't even know how many Taurus over the years, 10 more maybe. And Taurus has been kind of hit or miss. When they first started importing the guns in the late 80s, 90s, they were basically just importing Smith and Wesson revolver clones and Beretta clones. And they were built pretty well. And then they went through a period where they started designing their own guns, and they stumbled, and they got a reputation for kind of being, let's be honest, being cheap junk, even though they had a lifetime warranty and stuff. But in the last couple of years, they have turned, in my opinion, based on the guns I have purchased and fired, they have turned that reputation around. I think currently I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit, 5 or 6 Taurus products. I have a couple of revolvers. I have one 327 Federal Magnum, a couple of 3 or 4 auto pistols, and six, I think. Yeah. Anyway, and they have really stepped up their game. I'm going to tell you, they have stepped up their game. They have listened to customers. They have addressed some of the quality control issues, and this revolver is a direct representation of that. The fit and finish on this gun, I don't see any issues with the finish. It has this cool night sight, orange front sight, which does have the night sight vial in it. It's got the gutter sight in the back. It is obviously single action, double action, as you can see there. Cylinder release, everything is fit tight. It's accurate. It's reliable. The grips are beautiful. I got no issues with this, especially since I think I paid under $400 for this thing. And for that, it's fantastic. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you should have got 357 Magnum. Okay, but a lot of people will get, I think they make a 357 Magnum one similar to this, but it's not, I don't know if it's the same finish or whatever. They have a lot of SKUs. They make a lot of guns with a lot of different finish options and all kinds of stuff. But 38 Special Plus P, especially since out of the shorter barrels, a 357 Magnum loses a ton of velocity. I'm not going to say it's totally weak, but it loses velocity. And, you know, you get a big flash and lots of recoil. And in these smaller guns, it's just not fun to shoot. Where if you get some high quality 38 Special Plus P, it'll do the job just fine. It really will. Trigger is nice. Lockup is solid. It's a Taurus revolver, but they really have stepped up their game. If you have had issues with Taurus in the past, and I was hesitant, much like Kimber for me. Kimber, I got burned by Kimber years ago, and I swore off. I said never again. But I recently got one, review coming soon if it hasn't dropped before this, and I'm impressed. They really have fixed some of the issues, at least the issues I had with the gun. They have fixed them, and they're making nice 1911s now. And that's the case with this too. Taurus is making really nice, affordable revolvers. This thing is great. I shoot the heck out of this darn thing. I love shooting this thing. Now, is it up to a Smith & Wesson or a Colt revolver? Of course not. But but it's also not, I mean, a lot of those new, you're going to pay around $1,000. I got a 686 Plus. I want to say it was close to $1,000 when I bought it brand new. This was under 400. I bought it at a local gun shop here, and out the door with tax and everything, I think it was still in the 390s. So it was still just barely under $400. So, of course, it's got the transfer bar in there. The firing pin is in the frame. It's got a transfer bar. It's double and single action. Single action's okay. It's not a fantastic, but you do get the double action, and then you get a pause there. So you can either pull straight through it, or if you want, some people like staging the trigger. Some people like this on revolvers. Some don't, but you can come back to a wall right there. Cylinder just locked up. The hammer's back. I'm holding it back, and you can make a precise shot. So some people can go right. If you get good enough, you can stop right at that little wall, pull the trigger, or pull straight through. So let's get a weight on this, and then we will get the trigger pull, and then we'll take it out to the range and just bust some caps. So essentially 24 ounce, 23.98, 24 ounces. And now let's get the trigger pull gauge and see what we're working with here. All right, double action. Good Lord, 14.56. So 14 and a half. And let's get the single action. 5.66, so probably right around 5.5, which it's still not bad. You can make good hits with this sucker. So let's get this cool little revolver out to the range and see how it shoots. All right, folks, range portion of this review. We are out here with the Taurus 856 and 38 Special. We have 158 grain, 158 grain 38 Special. It's not the plus piece, just standard stuff. Got a speed reloader, see if it's going to speed loader, see if it's going to work. And we got some steel down there, so let's just fire this puppy up. Ah, one fell there. All right, folks, accuracy portion of this review. Got the Taurus 856. We got 3 rounds of 158 grain reloads. Got a 2-inch shoot and see. Ignore that. That was from a previous test. I think it was Sphinx SDP. Go check that review out, man. We're gonna go back 7 yards. We're just gonna see how it shoots. All right, let me line this up. All right, guys, not bad, not bad. Got 2 in that hole. Okay. Shoots a little bit high. I was aiming right there, but this gun is always shot high. Revolvers especially, you'll get different points of aim with different ammo. The 125 shoot a different point of aim than this, but that's what we get. So let's go back and get the final thoughts. All right, folks, final thoughts on the Taurus 856 38 Special. Guys, I have been singing Taurus's praises for at least a year, easily before I started this channel. They are stepping up their game. They really are. They got some folks in there that recognize what their weaknesses were a few years back, and they're stepping up their game. That's the best way I can say it. They're stepping up their game. This is a great little 3-inch compact 38 Special plus P revolver. Its build quality is fantastic, better than old Taurus. I'm being honest. Okay, the grips are beautiful, and for what you paid, I paid, I think, less than $400 for this thing. Titanium Cerakote finish. I mean, it is a great little gun. If you're a fan of the 3-inch barreled revolvers, Mike, I see you out there, 3-incher, and you're looking for something with value, or maybe you just don't want to spend a lot of money. I mean, there's Kimber K6S. There's a bunch of Smiths, you know, a bunch of Rugers, a bunch of guns out there where you buy something like this from another company and it's pushing $1,000. Okay. If you want to allocate your money to something else, but you still want a 3-inch 38 Special plus P rated revolver, check these guys out, man. I know people, if you're watching this video and you've been burned in the past by Taurus, and you're like, Taurus a piece of shit. Yes, they were. They did struggle a lot with quality and quality control issues, but they are stepping up their game. And this revolver is an example of that. Highly recommend this thing. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.